Live we are. We are indeed live for a little bit, for a few moments of time, we're live. For a quick few moments here. Wanted to do some Genshin, more exploration with Flins, because everything is more fun. Everything is more Flintastic. Yo, Dom. Yo, what's going on, man? Yo, this guy's just at my house. Ooh. No, I'm not streaming tonight. Yeah, like, proceeds to get on a stream. Yes. I was thinking about it. I was like, I guess I should. I was like, I guess I should. I was gonna do some daily stuff anyway, so I'm like, I guess I can stream while I do the daily stuff. It is gonna be an abbreviated stream though, that is for sure. Because I actually have to go into the office tomorrow because I have a mandatory meeting. So I'm not working from home tomorrow, unfortunately. So it'll be an abbreviated stream, probably about like an hour or so, and then I'm gonna head to bed. But yeah, man. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, if I'm already awake though, it makes sense. Like if I'm gonna hop on anyway, I might as well stream. It just makes sense to me. Yo, Shine, thank you for lurking as well, man. Appreciate that. We'll do some daily stuff here. Yo, oh my goodness, thank you for the resub, man. I appreciate that. Thank you. With Twitch Prime. Dude, did you see that they're changing the name of Twitch Prime now? Like I got an email and they're calling it something different. Where did my email go? I was like looking at that, I was like, huh. I wonder why they're changing it. It's like, what is it called? No. Let me see. Because I thought that was definitely interesting. Yes, it's Luna Standard. Prime Gaming's joining Luna Standard. I don't know what that means. Yeah, they are, man. It seems that they're always like making changes to stuff. I was like, geez, that is...
What was that?
That is so interesting.
Oh, it's gone.
It's like, whoa, Luna Gaming. Or something like that. Like, whoa. Sounds interesting. Oh, it's their gaming. Oh, okay. That is interesting. I guess that makes sense then. I was like, is this like a random company buying them out? Short stream o'clock. Yo, what's going on, Brandon? Welcome in. Hope all is well. Do I have something to... I guess I don't have something to separate those. Maybe I do. I forget what I came over here for. Oh, right, for the daily commission. My day was good. No complaints. I worked from home. Work wasn't too bad. And then had some awesome friends come over, so we hung out for a bit. And now we are streaming, and so I have no complaints, man. It's been a good day. How is your day going? Yes. Here we go.
Witness the power of Guwa. Enhanced Animal Module 75. Animal Test 6308. Stand clear.
Yo, I'm really genuinely like loving his gameplay. I can't say enough about how like good his gameplay feels. He just feels like such a fun character. I am definitely keen on building him up to the furthest that I can literally take him. This is gonna be a fun time. Sounds like a lovely day. I went to Blueberry Hill with some family visiting. Oh, nice, dude. That is good. I'm glad he got to spend some time with family. That is always great, man. Family time, family and friends time is always fun. Always is fun. Yo, Rohit, what's going on, man? The ratio on Flynn's currently. So the ratio on Flynn's 72-26, but we're wearing the signature artifact set. So we get the 30% bump in crit rates, and so we end up with like technically 100-226. So it's literally like to call it like a very balanced ratio. 7250. Ooh, nice. That is really nice. I don't know that I can push my... I don't know if I can push this any higher. I would have to re-roll this, and I don't think I want to re-roll this, because I really like the balance in this. And I'm using a crit damage goblet. See, I can't really feasibly... Oh, you're using... gotcha, Homa. That makes sense. Somebody said using Homa, I think we were talking about that last night, is like... Somebody said there's a reason why Homa is like, you have to be careful about Homa, and I forget why. Oh, I guess because it technically has a slightly lower base attack, I think is the reason. So like, I think Homa is 608, so you end up missing like, is it like 68 or something? I forget what they say. Artifact luck. Oh no, dude, I definitely feel like I got extremely lucky for my artifacts. Like very lucky. Like even in rolling them, I was like, wow, these are rolling insanely good. I was very much surprised about how good they ended up. And I feel like I farmed this domain, but I probably didn't farm it like honestly that much as I did for the Skirk domain. The Skirk domain, I feel like I farmed that quite a bit. But the this domain, I feel like I kind of did it like in Stygian, and that was pretty much it. And artifacts came out pretty good, so I have no complaints there. I got Llama and Ino and enough already kitted. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that's a lot right there. My struggle right now, I have no Mora. So I need to figure out a way on how I can do some Mora farming, which reminds me, actually, I am reminded of the fact the shop also reset. Yes, the shop reset, so we can get these. And we can get these. Bet. So we have enough to do a 10 pull for Flynn's. We might, because I want to get C1 Flynn's, so we're probably going to do that, actually. And see how lucky we can get. I do want to level Ino, but I'm also in this weird place of, like, I would love to get him leveled. Yo, Dove, hello, welcome in. I am doing well. How are you doing tonight? Thanks so much for stopping by. I hope that your night's going well. Did you stream tonight? Can you review my Farina? Late do. I, at the moment, am not doing character reviews. I'm kind of doing like an abbreviated stream. Are you on NA? Is that, I think 6, wait, 6, 7? I think that's a, yeah, actually, I think we can, because we don't have to, give me 1 second here. I can probably do that really quick in... let's go to... Is it... I can search a player UID. Let's paste. Hello! Oh, thank you so much, Rom. That's awesome. Thank you so much for subscribing, man. How are you doing tonight? Thank you so much for hanging out as well. Oh, thank you guys. You guys are so kind. I appreciate that. We have a pretty amazing group of people as well, so they're very helpful, as always. So, player not found. Did I copy that incorrectly? Wait. Let me clear. Let me just enter it, because apparently I did not copy that. 675. Yes, we are streaming. We are live. Rochelle, what is going on? Welcome. 297861. How come I can't? Huh. Am I? Player not found. Let me see. It's a day in Indy right now. Ooh. It's day. Oh, right, because right now we're almost like opposites technically. Only this stream. Oh, thank you, thank you. Wait, can I type correctly? 675-297-861. Hey, Lake, can you check that UI? For some reason, I am not getting that to work in here. Oh, right, for co-op mode. Duh. Wait. I am on NA, North America server. I am. Friends. Add friend. Let's do it this way. Paste. Aha, there we go. We got Flynn's today, and your Vanefa. Congratulations. Yes, Flynn's is, I think, definitely one of my favorite characters so far. Kinich is a great, pretty close to that, but yeah, I think that Flynn's might take that #1 spot. I love his voice actor, his character story, and like the design is doing like so good. I'm really liking him. Did you do the web event? I did do the web event. Like, I did it and I was shocked at some of the stats. I'll have to share them. Like, I might post them in the Discord or something and let you guys see them. But let's check out this Nefa here. Do you get hungry this late? Like, yo, I do. So sometimes I might be munching. I have some apple juice I'm probably going to drink, some water down below. I had some crackers or some cookies that I was like snacking on. I was like, yes, I do get hungry at midnight. I do. You got Flynn's in one pull, not 10? Yo, that's amazing. I need that type of luck. That is quite amazing. All right, so we have this Farina. Oh my goodness, Farina is looking good. You have 53-288. That is an amazing ratio. My goodness. Okay. Crit rate, I guess crit rate could maybe be a little bit higher, but we'll see what you're running on her signature weapon. So that makes sense there. That's the signature weapon of Farina always looks so good too. Like it's so like the design is so good. Okay, I see why. Because you are running March, you say. So are you running your Farina more as like a damage dealer then, I'm thinking? 10 for Llama? Oh my goodness, that is very, very good. So yeah, I'm imagining, are you running more of like a damage dealer build for... Okay, gotcha. So this makes a lot of sense then. I was wondering like the ratio, but okay, so 36 from the March, you say, so you're at 89-299. So that's a pretty good ratio. I guess ER... I guess for energy recharge, same for C6. That makes sense. Please remember when you're famous. Oh my goodness, no. I'm not looking to be famous. I just want to be a chill creator who provides a space that people can come into, and kind of you know take a backseat to what's going on. I don't know, just be in a space that's welcoming and we can connect with one another through gaming. That's my goal. Fame is not the goal. That's kind of my goal, is to create a space for people to kind of be in and hang out and yeah, man, just connect with one another. So we love it. I'm glad you guys do. I really am thankful. Streaming on YouTube for me is actually fairly new, I'd say. I was streaming a lot on Twitch. I still stream on Twitch, and I do love Twitch viewers as well. YouTube, you guys have been so welcoming to me, so I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you. Anyone in the Asia server? I do not know if anybody's on Asia. That is a great question. I know a couple people were on Europe last night when they connected. But yes, so this Farina, so DPS Farina, that is an interesting choice there. But I'm imagining she probably hits pretty hard, based off of this crit rate, crit damage. The HP being 31-298. So I was curious about that. So Farina does scale pretty good on HP. So... does she not need EM? So she scales like pretty good on HP. So that's like what she scales off of. So I would say I think she deals more damage based on HP. What constellation is it for you? C1. I can't see cons, what they do. HP Sands, very, very cool. And then I'm assuming Hydra, okay, Hydra damage. Oh, yeah, okay, if it's certificate if you can't. Probably, Clorin, probably the end of the stream because it's going to be a pretty abbreviated stream tonight. Just because I wanted to stream, so I'm on, but I also have to get up and go to like I have to drive to the office tomorrow, because we have a meeting. So I will have to get up kind of a bit earlier than I usually do. So I'm probably going to try to get to bed in about an hour or so. So it'll be a little bit shorter than usual. Hydro damage. Okay, that's interesting. I wonder what I guess with C1, I don't know what C1 does. I wish I could see. Because I wonder if there's a higher benefit to having HP. Because I know with my Farina, I think she has about like 40-ish K HP or something like that. So that's probably... I thought her damage scaled on HP. I'm almost sure. I mean, you can't see talents. Oh, C1 gives more fanfare. Okay, so that's where you get more fanfare. So that's more of a like a supportive. Okay, gotcha. So I mean, 10, 10, 10. So maxed out. So are you on fielding your Farina then? Like, is she normal attacking and everything like that? Oh, C2 gives her up to 60k. Gotcha. So if you got into C2, then yeah, that would be like a probably a full-on DPS build. Then you wouldn't have to worry about like really any HP artifacts. Because the way it is would be fine. Wow. No, I think this is a solid build for a DPS Farina. I was a little bit when I saw the HP at 30, I was like, oh no. But this makes a lot more sense. This makes sense. I see the vision. So that makes sense. So you are like, you really enjoy Farina, you on-field the Farina. The ratio is really good. So pretty good ratio. Vaporize works best. You could probably pair her with Durin when Durin comes out. I heard that Durin's supposed to be quite an interesting pyro support, allegedly. If you're vaporizing, one thing that could help, on your artifacts, you might want to see if you can get some EM rolls. Because the EM, Elemental Mastery, will help scale your vaporize damage, I think, a bit more than like the attack stats. So that would be probably one recommendation I would think of here. I would think of that. EM could probably be a big help if you're using like a vaporized Farina. But otherwise, like, the ratio is nice as far as your crit damage. Too much attack. Yeah, I think... Well, your attack isn't even, like, that crazy, right? So, like, right now, technically, so you have 1,300 attack. And I believe that Farina technically scales more off of HP. So, like, her summons deal more damage based on her HP. So, if anything, using the like normal attack for her, you probably won't see much damage from the normal attacks, I'm thinking. So it's a little bit difficult to on-field her because she needs like so many different stats. Like, you need the HP, but then you want the crit damage, but then you want some EM if you're going to vaporize. And then so like attack kind of suffer a bit. So that's like the I guess the balance you have to play, which is it's difficult, but it can be done. It can be done. It can be done. Flynn says 2K. Yes, so Flynn's on 2K attack is actually really good because that's like he gets the max for his buff. So I think he gets like he maxes out the buff. We'll look at it. But he maxes out his buff at like 2K attack. So that's like, yeah, that's honestly good to have 2K attack. Anything above is like icing on the cake at that point. So yeah, no, that is good. That is good. Hello, Light. Welcome in. Welcome. But yeah, I'd say for your Farina, she probably is very strong. And probably honestly, her crits hit pretty hard with 300%. Pretty much 300% crit damage. She probably hits pretty hard. Your Vaporize, though, I'd be interested to see like how much you vape for and see if you don't add EM, if you notice that go up. Because I think it should based on the Elemental Mastery. But otherwise, no, Farina is looking good as a DPS. As a support, the support kind of gets a little bit weird because obviously she doesn't have like ER. So that's kind of like, it gets a little bit weird, right? With like not having ER to get her bursts and stuff like that too. But yeah, all in all, not bad, not bad. I'll go ahead and add you here as well. I'll send the friend request. I will send you a friend request there. But oh gosh, all right, we're doing account reviews. Oh geez, okay. Yo, Light, you're gonna pull Farina too? Yes, Farina's a pretty good pull. Okay. I don't know, is Farina coming out in the 6.2 section of things? I cannot remember. Yeah, Farina honestly is a really, really good pickup. If you can get her, she's honestly really good. She's running after Flynn's. Yeah, I would say Farina's a pretty good support to have on your team. And then Columbina also will end up being a pretty good support as well. As you look at that, let's see here. No characters found in the showcase. Oh, so Clorin's, I think you might... I'm checking on Enka. And I'm seeing... Let me also check Akasha. You might have to set some characters in your character showcase. And then I should be able to view them. Because at the moment, when I search your UID, it pulls you up, but there's no characters in there. Let me check here. Yeah, so there's no characters listed in there. So yeah, in the game, if you go to the start menu and then over here where you edit profile, you can put some characters on your showcase. And once you do that, it might take a little bit to sync, and then I can actually check your characters. I do not play in Europe. I'm in North America. Otherwise, I would be able to check it like running the account, but I do not have a Europe account. Unfortunately, I'm sorry about that. You lost 50-50 to Flynn's. Oh no. So I mean, you could save the guarantee. I know Flynn's he's a pretty good DPS if you want an Electro DPS as well. Definitely not bad to have. Get along into Genshin. Nice, nice, nice. Yeah. Let's check a couple others here. So we said Clorin's, you need to edit your showcase, and then I can check your characters. And then I think I have Hadi here. If I'm saying your name correctly, I apologize if I'm not. We'll check yours as well. And I'll go ahead and share my screen here once I get there. Can I go back to Anchor.network, enter UID, and okay, I think I did find... Why is nobody's characters coming up? So it's the same thing for some reason. Hadi, same thing for some reason. I don't know. Shameless. No, you're good. You're good. For your UID, I think I'm seeing the same thing I'm seeing for Clorin's. That... So you come up here. Let me go ahead and swap over to make sure I'm not doing this incorrectly, guys. Let me also go here on here so they can see what I'm talking about on the Twitch side. We're going to change this. Can I? Why will this not come up? Chrome window. Okay. So I checked Hadi's here, but it looks like we don't have characters. So same thing for you. Go in and add your characters to your character showcase in Genshin, and then it should show your character info here, because right now I can't see anything through Akasha. We never did that after. Oh yes. No, you're good. Yeah, man. Send it to me in the Discord, because what I can do is before I get off a stream, I will make sure I add you for sure, for sure. Yes, yeah, go add them there. And I can check them out after. Void, what's going on, man? Welcome in. Hello, hello. Hope all is well. We are gonna check out. All right. So we have Mr. Ramen here. and we're looking at Mavuika. Mavuika is a fun character, very strong character, very strong DPS. I think like she is the ceiling currently for the game. Yes, we already love to see it. We got the attack and we have the EM. EM is big for Mavuika because she wants to melt. And so the more EM, to a certain degree, the better her melts will be. So this is good. 268. I'm trying to remember how much do I have in my Mavuika? I think that's about similar to what I usually run on mine. Yeah, you actually have more EM than mine. So yeah, no, that should be getting you some pretty nice, some pretty nice hits there. And with 1,000 Blazing Sun, so that is legit. And the crit damage, that's a pretty good ratio. Yeah, Mavuika, oh my goodness. Your Mavuika is looking good. And I can tell you already have Sitlali over here, Shalonen over here. The rat from the sky, right? Dude, yeah, man, I used to. So I actually had my Mavuika, yeah, same. I had like 100 something EM, and I was like, man, I feel like she's not hitting with that oomph. And once you give her that EM, like you get over 200 EM, it starts to get nice with all the buffs and the man, it gets so satisfying. But yeah, I would say this is looking good. This makes sense. You don't have to take this to 10 because her most of her damage does come from here. Although this is passive damage. It may not hurt if you have the crowns to take this to 10, the skill, because that's also some off-field pyro. She can do a bit more damage if you do use that as well. Plus her bike will benefit from that. So I'd say getting that to 10 wouldn't be bad as well. Oh, you already hit 2.5 with that? Oh my goodness. With 100 EM, that's wild. She hits 1.1. Yo. That is quite, yeah, that's quite impressive, man. Yeah, with her premium team, she is like unbeatable. Dude got Llama as well. Congrats. I wish I did get Llama. I think I might have to go back for her at some point. At some point, I may, if they rerun her like later in the cycle, I might go back for her. 3.5 attack and 100% 270. Yowzers. Didn't even cross 100k. There is some setup to Mavuika. Like you definitely want to make sure you are hitting when cryo is applied. And sometimes if you cast her skill before, what will happen is the skill will take the cryo, and then when you do your burst, it is just like a normal pyro hit. So it's kind of a little bit of understanding the rotation will like get the most out of the damage from Mavuika. She is strong, but you have to also kind of set the rotation up. But no, man, this looks good. This Mavuika looks good. I approve. It sounds like you are doing it right. I mean, Sans being EM, we kind of have to do that. Pyro damage bonus, that makes a lot of sense there. And the stats on this are really good too. 30% crit damage, like man. Crit rate stats on everything as well. Like that's good. This is a Pyro Goblet that I am jelly of because you also got some EM on here. I mean, you got some EM on your Circlet too. It's not bad. Not bad at all. Not bad. I wasn't going to build Ino, but I got some cons. Ooh, yeah, if I get some cons, I might end up trying that out here. But yeah, no, Mr. Ramen, thank you for sharing, man. It looks good. Mavuika is looking good. Light, let us check your UID as well. Let's go back to Enka here. And Light, you mentioned are you like a newer player? Hey, all right, so we got Jean. Jean, honestly, I think is a slept-on character as well, because Jean carried me, was my healer, and I think her healing is underrated. And Jean is actually, I'd say, very, very straightforward to build. You really just want a bunch of ER and a bunch of attack, because her attack scales on her healing, sorry, scales on attack. So more attack you have, more she heals, and kind of the more hits she can do. So no, you're good. You're good. Thank you for sharing. I know it's hopefully we can give some constructive pointers here for your Jean. And it's kind of hard because you're in the early AR stages. So I wouldn't necessarily be too concerned about the artifacts. Wait, you're not in Discord? What? Yo, oh no. But Navi only hits 150k with rotation. It's so sad. Ooh, Navi is an interesting case. Yeah, Navi, especially she misses or like doesn't crit on her bullets, it's rough. Because like that's her only source of damage. But, you know, Light, I would say for the early accounts, with your account being an earlier AR, I wouldn't necessarily be too concerned with your artifacts. I think main thing you're going to want to make sure you stay on top of are your talents. Making sure the talents are taken care of will take you a very long way, because you really don't worry about your artifacts too much as far as like their main stats and substats until like, I would say AR-45. Like that's gonna be the main thing. So yeah, but Jean is a fun character. Honestly, I'd be curious to see like a Jean plus a Dory team, right? Because Jean plus Dory, that should help with the ER as well. I don't know who else to... I mean, I guess Diona would be the next. If you're using Jean as like your main DPS, then that could kind of help Jean as far as like giving some super conduct for Fizzarez. So early in the game, it's not too bad. And then Lauma would be... not Lauma, sorry, Ino could be decent to pair with for some off-field Hydro. So, I mean, that could be your team right there. I don't know if you already have like another team you use, but this could be also kind of a team. It kind of is a little bit weird, but it would definitely work. But yeah. I'd say as you build these out, it'll kind of make more sense. But yeah, talents are definitely the way to go for the characters you want to use. And I would really focus on like, if you could, like a team, 1 to 2 teams at a time, so that we don't get overwhelmed. Honestly, I do just one team at a time, character by character, trying to get them to the furthest they can be based on your AR. So that way you're not like stressed about spreading resources too thin, because that can also be a struggle there as well. Is it worth pulling for Yelan if I have C6 Xingqiu? I think that she's a good addition because she gives you a bit more flexibility. But like, if the teams that you use on your account don't necessarily... like, do you feel like your Xingqiu is like pulled so many different directions, I guess is a question, where like you want Xingqiu for one team, wish you had another team? Because Yelan can kind of fill that slot as well, and give you a bit more flexibility with your team building. And yes, she does offer a bit more of a damage buff, so that's also kind of a nice thing. She's got some movement, so that's also nice. But yeah, alrighty. Clarins, let us go ahead and check yours. Oh, sorry, Hottie. We were checking your Flins. I'm trying to go in order here. My bad, guys. Let's go down the line here. So Hottie, I think you are in the same scenario as well. So I think you have to add characters to your character showcase. Logging out from the game before refreshing will update data instantly. Yeah, so I don't know if you just added them, but yeah, it looks like we're still waiting on yours. So Clarins, let's check yours, because I cannot check Hottie's. And I think same thing is going on here. I don't know. Let's check this one as well, just to be sure. Let's do this. Kasha. Yeah, man, let's check out your new Valette. Let's do that. Let us do that. Okay, here we go. Data is in for Clarins. Yep. First, it looks like they didn't show on here, but it does show on Akasha. So let's start with Akasha here. Last update. No, sorry, did not. Wait. No, just kidding. No data. I'm looking at other stuff. See, there's no data here. What is going on in my ads? I need an ad blocker. This is nuts. Need an ad blocker in here. But it does take some time to update. Last update. Let me try to refresh and see. No. So it didn't refresh yet. It might be that it's going to take a minute to get this into here, the data. I don't know how quick it's supposed to sync if you add the characters there. It might be if you sign into Akash or make a login, it might be quicker. Brave browser. I'll have to check that out again. I used to use Brave, and I don't know why I stopped. But I did used to use Brave once upon a time. I also used to use Opera in the early days, and then, man, these ads are relentless. Yeah, we'll have to... I think this happens every time I do this. Ooh, so tired. Emma, I feel that. I can resonate. I can resonate. We are checking for Void. We are looking at the Nouvelette. Mr. Nouvelette himself. Last update 2 days ago. Alrighty. Ortrice Mécanique. Ortrice Mécanique. Delanis Cardinal. Yo. Does he have his signature weapon? Well, I think we're on Prototype Amber. Okay. I like the Prototype Amber on my Nouvelette. I am definitely a fan of the Prototype Amber Nouvelette. And you have a C1, so even that's really nice. C1 Nouvelette. Yo, Gagan, welcome in. Oh man. I am a Genshin enjoyer. I will say I played since the beginning, and I enjoy the story and the character design. I think that they're like on an upward trajectory, I think, as far as non-cry. But we'll see, man. What about is it that you're this got you kind of questioning the game though? And yeah, man, Prototype Amber Nouvelette though. I do like this because he gets that healing R5. That's literally, or R3. That's exactly what I had in my Nouvelette until I got the Battle Pass weapon to R5. But yeah, this is like honestly goated because you pretty much have a healer to kind of help counter some of Farina's HP drain, which is nice. 51, 219 ER. You might be able to, let's see here. I kind of want to see if I can flip this over to Enka. Can I go into Enka with this? Enka is just so much easier to play. Or to look at, rather, not play. Should I go for... I would say yes. I think Nouvelette's signature is quite worth because it gives you a lot of crit damage. So it's like going to be good for him. I think with his weapon, you would get like 300 crit damage because it's like 88%. And it still gives you like 20% HP, I think. So that's kind of the main thing with the weapon. You still get HP, and it'll be a little bit less than the Prototype Amber, but you still get some HP, and there's some other like stats in there that are pretty nice for him. If I could, I would get it for me. But yeah. But this is not a bad ratio. Starting off, we have 51, 219 crit damage, and it looks like you're using Marachuse, so that should bump up to 36%, so you're easily at like 87%. So yeah, like that's a really solid crit rate, solid crit damage. Are you using crit damage circlet as well? Nice crit rate on the circlet. Some EM thrown in there. Never bad to have some EM. Nice. Not bad, not bad. If anything, like the only thing I'd say that you could probably do, in the substats, you could try, and again, it's hard because it literally makes you have to like do the artifact hunt is so extraneous because it's like so nitpicky to what you have to do sometimes. But yeah, more HP definitely I think helps his damage, so that's going to be a huge thing there. You might be able to try, instead of hydro damage, try doing HP on your Nouvelette and see if you notice like a difference or if it's like worse or better. I would say if you have an HP goblet in this set, since that's kind of how you have it, I would try it and see how that does, because I think HP and hydro damage for Nouvelette is like it's right, because technically I think HP skills those dance pretty hard to farm for a piece for oh, okay, gotcha, yeah. Yeah, it's something to try and see how your damage is, because if the sub stats, even though these subs are pretty good, because you literally have every stat he would want. I guess minus ER. I guess that could be one thing that I don't know if you would notice you struggle with. Maybe some ER could be good in the substats. And yeah, I mean that's the kind of the interesting thing about doing, like, I guess, like character reviews, right? It's kind of hard because everybody's account is unique. And so you can only kind of do what your account literally presents you, right? So some people have better artifact luck than others. And then, like, telling somebody to change around their entirety of their artifacts when they've probably spent months farming is, like, never a great thing to hear. Unless your artifacts are like unless you have like full on defense percent, right? Like, then I'd be like, yeah, you might need to like look at something different. But like in most people's cases, their builds are decent, right? Like your builds are decent, and you kind of are stuck to like the RNG nature of the artifacts. So I mean, ultimately, what I'm going to give advice to give to people is like, look at your account, see what you have. If you need to farm, you might need to farm. But otherwise, you have like the basic outline of what is good. It looks good, and just like keep going with that, and it'll get even better. That's kind of how I look at character builds. It's not a bash session. It's not like as something to like down people. If anything, it should be like an encouragement to say, hey, like you're on the right path. Just keep on going. And we all need that. I need that too, man. I like having some validation as well to know that like I'm on the right path here, because I don't want to be deviating. With Farina, HP will be better. Yeah, I think if you're running Nuvolette with that, it will be. I think it ends up being better because then there's more HP to build Fanfare for Farina. So yeah, it definitely ends up being better in that way, for sure. BO Light, yes. Have a good night, man. Thank you so much. I apologize we did not get to yours, your Mavwika on your other account. Let me see if we can take a quick look at your Mavwika here. Is this okay? Tidal Shadow, Mavwika, 24%. I actually don't know the Wither is healed. So you'd have to have healing on this. I guess if you're running Mavwika with Bennett, this could make sense. A Bennett Mavwika could make sense here. I would almost say that's a bit niche to get the attack percent bonus. Did you play this account when you had when they gave the event weapon, the EM event weapon? Because that probably would be better. I forget the name of it, but the EM broadsword that we got. I'm trying to think of what other. I never cleared floor 12. Oh no! Yo, Khalid, what's going on, man? Welcome. But as far as the stats go, though, so crit rates. So looks like we're missing crit rate from the plume. So I would say definitely look at the plume to see if there is a way. If there's a way for this might be the first artifact I would look at. Usually plumes and flowers usually allow you to get a better like build to them, like you get better stats. So I would look at a different plume. You may also want to look at trying to get the full set as well for this. Yo, Walnut, thank you so much, man, for the subs. I appreciate that. Thank you, man. I hope all is well. Thank you. Yo. We're doing some character reviews, looking at some accounts, just kind of checking out, seeing if we can help in any way, man. But how is your night going? Thank you. But yeah, I'd say for this Mavwika Light, if you're still here, I would look at trying to get the fourth piece of the artifact set, because currently the struggle here is going to be, her crit rate is going to be it's kind of low. And so for Mavwika, you do want to try to get the big hit as well on her when you're kind of doing like a melt reaction. So that's kind of going to be a big thing. So I'd say trying to complete the set is going to be first priority. And then I would look to optimize. I would look at getting a plume for sure, like with crit rate, crit damage, and some EM would be good. Attack percent would be nice. That's like the perfect sub. But yeah, something with crit rate, crit damage, attack, or EM, or all four. And Oh, no. Yeah. Let me see if I can add the Discord here. Bear with me 1 second. Let me drop that in the chat. Yikers. Let's go exclamation point Discord. Will that translate over to both chats? It did. I need to make a, geez. I need to make a command for YouTube. By next stream, I'm going to have to do that. I'm sorry, guys. By next stream, I'm going to make sure I add a command for, like, to match the Twitch commands and see if I can do that. Wait, day 12 plus night 12 equals... Wait. What do you call Twitch? I guess it'll be the next day. So, would it be like day 13? I want to go with day 13 for that. Theater is done. Yo, Sonny, did you find it was more difficult? Because I think they added some stuff here. But yeah, Light, I would say definitely start with getting the artifact set. Complete artifact set. And then try to work on the plume. And... Pyro Goblet. Yeah, Pyro Goblet. But you're AR-52 as well. See, I'm imagining you're probably also on this account newer to farming artifacts. So they'll probably come in time. For sure, for sure. Yo, but yeah, man, Walnut, things are going good, man. No complaints. No complaints from my end. Is going good. I am trying to see... Yes, we're going to check the Arlecchino at the moment. And Arlie. Arlie is fun. Arlie is fun. In the beginning. So, oh, gotcha. I have not done it yet. I may save it for... I'm going to see if I can stream tomorrow. I usually don't stream on Thursday nights, but I think I might maybe be working from home on Friday. So if I am, I can not worry about having to wake up too early. So we'll see. Way better than that current build. Yeah, I think for lights, yeah, they definitely need like an obsidian because like that in itself will literally give them the crit rate that they need. Because right now the crit rate is a yikes, and that's like missing out on like 40% crit rate is oof. It is a bad time. So we got White Tassel, Arlecchino, Arlecchino Peppuccino. We have her on Harmonic Whimsy. Oh, you did stream it? I'll have to go back and watch it and see how you did it, man. Because is it that it's like an extra stage at the back end? Like extra stages on the back end of it, I guess? Or is the difficulty like increased in any way? I'm kind of curious. I guess I'll have to check your stream out and see if you have like the VOD up. But yes, for this Arlecchino, we are using the White Tassel, gives some crit rate in there. A few restarts. Gotcha. You know, that makes sense. Yeah, theater can be rough if like you do like use the characters at the wrong time. It can literally like mess up the entire thing. I've been there. It's rough. So Arlecchino, you have 23 EM. So I do want to ask a question. Are you using your Arlecchino? I guess what teams do you typically use your Arlecchino on? Are you more so like vaporize? Are you doing like mono pyro, or are you doing like melt Arlecchino? Because if you're trying to vape or melt, you're probably gonna want like some EM. Just looking at the build, for sure, some EM would definitely help with that. But so if the flower and the flower here. Better off-piece circlet. Yeah, I'm looking at the flower vaporize. Okay. So yeah, I would say the crit rate crit damage is not bad. And you have White Tassel, so that kind of does help a bit with like your crit ratio there. So that is nice. I would agree that the flower is probably, it's not bad, but like if you get like a third substat in that's usable, like maybe some attack percent would be good. Honestly, some EM, since you're doing vaporize, some EM in her build would be nice. So that way, the vapes can kind of have a bit more impact. Plume, not bad. You have like 3 stats usable there. Then the Sands, I mean, Sands actually, that's a nice even 14 to 14 there. So that's pretty nice. That might be hard to replace. You got some EM on there as well. I think it rolled into HP, it looks like. So man, if that had rolled into EM, that would have been so nice. And an on-piece feather. Yeah, yep. If you could, feathers and flowers tend to be like the, I guess when I say easier, usually when you get them, they usually have better substats in most cases than like something like a sands or a goblet or even like a circlet. Usually those are easier to get better stats on. So I do agree with Void. Usually it's better to run an off-piece, either circlet or goblet if you can help it. Usually plume isn't really the off-piece you need to run. Looking at your pyro goblet though, and pyro goblet's not bad. 51 hour mark. Oh, thank you so much for letting me know. Oh my gosh. Thank you, thank you. I am always like I'll like keep going. Wasted 40 resin on the wrong talent domain. Oh yikes, that is rough. The wrong resin. Wasting resin is a yikes. Oh no. But yeah, definitely I'd say a better circlet. I would agree. Because right now there's not really many stats here that are help. Actually, there's probably no stats here that are of any benefit to you. So yeah, circlet for sure. And a plume that's on set could allow you to just replace this circlet a lot easier. So yeah, I think that's the main thing for the Arlecchino. Is honestly switching around those two artifacts could be help, and looking for artifacts that have some EM to kind of help you maintain the same stats would be good as well. Yeah, we're doing a couple more, so let's see. I think Anos was next, if I am looking at this correctly here. Kind of going down the line. We were checking. Yes, we were checking. Wait, I lost the chat. Brother, keep the pieces for fodder. Yeah, yeah, definitely keep the pieces fodder, or you could also turn them into the what's it called? The thing to create artifacts. I'm blanking on what it's called. Sanctifying elixir. Sanctifying elixir. If you can save it to put into that. Strongbox. Yeah, save yes as well. Strongboxing could be good. F2P Mavwika. Okay, we're checking Mavwika. Blackcliff. Interesting. So that gives some crit damage on there. We do have a full set. So it is interesting. So you guys are running an off-piece flower, but I mean that flower, not bad minus the ER. So oh yeah, the ER subs are that's so tough because like the ER subs are like dead subs. I would say right off the bat for your Mavwika, you are going to want to change this attack percent goblet or attack percent sand, sorry, to EM. Because EM is going to net you higher damage output. If you're melting, right? If you're doing like melts, then that's going to be what you're wanting. I don't know, Anos, if you're playing like a mono pyro Mavwika, then like, you know, I wouldn't worry about it. But yeah, if you're doing any type of reactions like melt or vape or something like that, you're definitely going to want some EM. So I would say swapping out your attack goblet for an EM goblet would be good. Trying to see here. Circlet, not bad. He got some attack, some crit rate as well. The plume is kind of interesting too. I'd say the plume is probably something you might be able to replace pretty quickly too. So I would look at your plume and your, well, yeah, I would say plume because there really isn't any other stats helping here. So your crit rate actually is fine. I believe that the this set here gives you like 40% crit rate, if I remember correctly. So yeah, crit rate is fine. Yep. Yeah, crit rate is good. It's mainly going to be the EM. For me, it would be an EM issue because I think with this amount of EM, this is kind of going to be rough. On-piece flower, off-piece sands. Yeah, if you have an on-piece flower, that could help. That could be good. Although, again, subs aren't bad, but they could be higher. But again, like not bad, not bad. I'm also curious, what other weapons do you have? Out of curiosity, do you have anything like, do you have an EM weapon maybe? Because you could also keep the attack percent sands if you have like EM, like an EM sword. That could also be good. I'm trying to think of like another like craftable. Pain slash, yeah, rain slasher honestly would be good here. The effect may not help you too much, but like the stats, it'd be a good stat stick. Or if you have like the event weapon, the mailed flower sitting around, you have it, it would be a good time to put that on Mavuika. And that actually would be pretty decent on her. Yeah, mailed flower for sure. I would look at trying to get a better plume, and I would look at potentially getting an EM Sands. That would be kind of my recommendation. I know at chat, you guys are amazing, by the way. Thank you so much for helping out with the recommendations as far as these character reviews. This is what I love to see. Like chat, everybody helping each other kind of get better, man. Strengthen their account. This is cool. Nefer. I think I'm gonna have to skip Nefer, unfortunately. Like I did not end up with Lauma. We went in for Flins, and so that's kind of what happened there. 200 wishes for Nefer, though. All right, we are looking at... There is another UID. Khalid, yo. Yeah, man, let's check out your Varessa. Varessa seems like a very fun character as well. Yep, yeah, man. And I know it's tough. Artifacts are always a struggle because, like, it's the RNG of the game. So, like, I know we're throwing it out there like, yes, get these. But in reality, it does take some time. But, yeah. It takes some time, but I believe with the time and with the resources we have, it can be done. Did I not put in the right UID? Struggles. I'm struggling. Search possibly in Akasha? Help. Did I not? Oh, you know what? I don't think it copied. Hold on. I thought I grabbed your UID card. Let me go back to the top. I did not. I'm a struggler. I apologize. Alrighty. Top 10% of Varessa. Varessa honestly seems like a very fun character, dude. Her movement seems like a really cool mechanic as well. Like her running, it seems like it's super fun for exploration. I know I can't get a Nefer, but I'm lamenting with Flins. Bro, that is like me. I know I can't get Nefer, but I'm lamenting with Flins. Pretty much, man. Literally me. I have cleared Stygian on Menacing. I am like, I need to clear the crab on Fearless. I've done the other two. The crab is giving me fits because I don't really have many. I guess like Hyperbloom is one struggle of my account. It's actually not that great. Yo, the surf's up. But honestly, though, I mean, the crit damage... crit damage is not bad. Interesting. Do you find that this is better than Witsith, though? Llama for the crab. I feel like that's so true, bro. I feel like Llama makes a crab like trigger. Yo, C2 Varessa at that. Yo, 81 254. Oh my goodness. 81 254. As much. That is good. I could see, yeah, with the crit damage giving you that as well. Does she benefit at all from the passive? Each stack increases normal attack. Oh, actually. Normal attack damage. I guess that'll be counting as plunge attack damage. So I guess you can't really do much with the passive. Okay, yeah, passive not too much, but like it's a good stat stick though. This crit ratio is so nice. 81 254. Ugh, I'm jelly. I'm jelly of these crit ratios, man. All right. Let's check out the Long Night's Oath here. Nice. We got the attack. We got the crit damage. Crit damage. We got some EM sprinkled in there. We got the 10 to 15. Not bad. And the HP rolls. 28. Yo. Honestly, that's the 28% crit damage. Nice. And an inset, too. On-set Electro Goblet is impressive. And the fact that it like rolled this much into crit damage as well is also impressive. Dude, oh my goodness. The circlet also. Yeah, circlet also is pretty juiced, I'd say. Crit damage, pretty high. Almost matching literally the crit rate on the circlet is wild. Yes. Let me see. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to check. I'll go straight to the game, actually. We'll go into Genshin. But no, man, your Varessa looks good. Uh-oh. I went over. Varessa looks good. Surf's Up is an interesting choice. I don't think I've seen somebody use Surf's Up on Varessa. And also, like, C2 is probably pretty nice. So what does C1 give you? I'm curious. This is one attack. Varessa will also gain plunging attack. Oh, 180 of her attack. She consumes 30 less Night Soul. Okay, nice. Varessa enters Apex Drive. Apex Drive is active. Varessa's interruption. Oh, right. Her interrupt resistance. She gets that at C2. And she gets energy. Oh, wow. 11.5? Oh, wow. To burst yeah, because you're getting back pretty much, yeah, the energy back right away. That's actually pretty good. It's a pretty decent C2 for her. That is a really nice, yeah, burst every plunge is good. Jeez. So yeah, it's like ER is not too much of a worry. No, man, this is solid. This is a solid build. I like it. Nice. Very, very good. Nefermini Yelan equals Mommy Blue, bro. Oh, did they? Oh, yeah, it's true. I guess you could use Yelan and, could do that. C2R and Farina with cracked builds. C2R and Mav. Dude, I might have to eventually. Has Mavuka gotten a rerun yet? Or has she only gotten her Archon run and that's it? I can't recall. Did she already get a rerun? I forget. I have oh, she did get her first rerun. Oh, wow. Oh, interesting. Okay. Oh, nice. A couple patches ago, so she probably I guess it might be like mid to end of Non-Cry before we see her again. After Skirk. Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. Oh, you're right. That was probably a rough choice for people. Golly, Skirk or Mavuka. Or Mavuka Khans at that too. Jeez. Wow. That is intense. Oh my goodness. Alrighty, well, let's check out here. Because I can put that makes sense. Yeah, I went for Skirk. Escoffier, then Skirk. Yeah, I was cooked. To join the queue, I'd like to. Oh yeah, Ken. So go ahead and post your UID. I think I'm going to make yours. So I'm going to actually do Brandon here. I'm going to add Brandon. We're going to check him in Genshin because he is on NA and I am on NA. So we can check his. And then I'll probably do yours as the last one because I am going to prep to probably head to bed here in a little bit since I got an early morning ahead of me. And it is currently 1:30 in the morning. Man. All right, let's go and paste and search. And let's add, and then let's go ahead and search, and yo. I'm new chat, spare me. Not that I'm new. All right. Let's check out here. Mavuka, level 90, 2k attack. I need to post it. No, so you can post your UID here, and what I'll do, I can probably use either Akasha or Enka to probably look at the build, because that way I can kind of search anybody's build. I just went to in-game because in-game probably is like the most like up-to-date data, I'd imagine. And we're in the same server, so it kind of makes sense for me to do it this way here. Blazing Suns. All right, let's check out the artifacts here. Attack Sands. Ooh, interesting choice. All right, so you went Attack Sands. I think I saw you do have 119 EM. But I think you also have C2, I want to say? You do. You have C2. So, wait, Brandon, how much do you typically, in a melt team, what are you typically hitting then? With 119 EM. I think more EM probably won't be bad. Crit rate 33, crit damage 214. So, yeah, let's check out the artifacts and see here. So, it may be worth, I do see I have EM on the attack, on the sands. It may be worth looking at a EM goblet. Yeah, I would say an EM goblet would literally, or sands, sorry, EM sands. With Bennett, Janssen, and still, oh my goodness, you already at 2.4-ish? So yeah, I would say if you could like run an EM sands on here, that probably should go up even more, I would imagine. Especially if it has decent subs. Geez, already 2.4 with, golly. Janssen and Sitlali is wild. So it sounds like your attack is good. Sitlali, yeah, what is... Oh, Sitlali is C2. Oh. Okay, C2 Sitlali. She's using sack frags. So she can probably get her burst back pretty quick, I'd imagine. Yo. And this is something I'm going to have to eventually start doing, is like looking at cons of like, some good characters. Because right now my account is not really full of characters that have constellations. I have like a couple, but not many. Crit damage 2.7. Yes, that is true. You guys did get me to do that in I think it was in Stygian, and it did make a difference for sure. It does make a difference because it's like a 48% attack bump. Because really, EM for Sitlali is good. However, like I guess the main focus is Mavwika's damage there. So it can be. And that way you can still make up for the attack. So if you take out the attack percent sands, and you're literally getting like legit the same buff from that Thrilling Tales. It's literally like a goblet. I think, if I'm understanding this correctly. So yeah, I would do that. That probably would be a good way to get the EM sands, use Sitlali on Thrilling Tales. That would be probably really good. The plume. You look like from Stray Kids. Wait, Crispy Bacon. I have no idea who that is. Who is Sengumin from Stray Kids? I do not know. Sitlali Sig. 3.5k when I hit E. That's if I got C1 early. R1 early. C2 R1. C1 0. But it's kind of useless. Vertical investment for FTP. Sorry for getting more. Yeah, I feel like Ken. I definitely am more like, I like being able to have like the characters. For sure. I would say it's a compliment. Oh, thank you for the compliment. I'll have to look him up because I have no idea who that is. Thank you. I'm curious about this. If you come across a plume that's in set, another thing you could probably do is you could maybe get an offset EM sands. I think one thing that is interesting is I think the crit rate. So you probably are also, so you get 40% crit rate, which gives you 73. So like that's like good. I would probably on your artifacts, I would still try to get a bit more I would say some crit rate sprinkled in, because I think as long as you're not overcapping, I- you like 80-ish, right, could be a good place to be. Because like you do want to make sure that like that big hit that she does, it crits. So you want to make sure that that is like the biggest hit that you do. So I would say having a bit more crit rate would just kind of help that be a bit more secure, because it does look like your artifacts are missing crit rates except for the flower. Yeah, yep, 40% is that sweet spot. And I think right now we're at 33. So I would say if you could get your crit rate up to about that 40, that would get you into the 80% range, and that should be solid to where you're able to at least like crit pretty often. Yeah, I'd say that would be a good thing to look at, and then you definitely want to look at the sands to go EM sands. And then, like they were mentioning, putting Sit Lolly and Thrilling Tales, you should see an increase with those things. I'm pretty sure. Mav is fine. But yeah, it sounds like your Mav Wika is already like crushing it though. She's already hitting 2.4. Like, golly. Lauma. Lauma. Where is Lauma? Lauma is interesting because I do not have Lauma, so I'm gonna rely on chat to help me out here, because I am not an adept with Llama myself. So let's check her out here. We do know that Llama does want EM, and she does want EM. She wants ER, and I believe crit stats as well. If is it crit rate is what she's gonna want. So with that in mind, she is using the Etherlight Spindelet, which gives her 200 EM. So technically, she is getting, so she's at 841. So I think with the weapon, right? With the weapon, she does get 200 more. So she gets to 800. However, I guess ideally, you'd want to. What's the break point for EM and Llama? Is it 1K? Or is 800? I can't remember. I can't remember exactly what it is. Oh, I forgot that. Yeah, that's true. Somewhere in there. Yeah. Oh, it's C2 Llama at that. There's a 1.1K after. Okay, yeah. So that's that. Yeah, that's pretty good then for 1.1K after rotation. So she's probably doing some decent blooms there. Diminishing returns. Gotcha. Yeah. So then that's, by the time you add buffs and everything, that's good. C2 Llama with the Dendro resistance, the healing. Yes, we love to see it. On the Silken Moon. Silken Moon. Oof. Oh my goodness. Oh my. These substats. I am so sorry for this loss, man. It's plus 19, but like, man, these subs did you dirty. Golly. What happened? Everything went into like flat attack and HP percent. I am so sorry. This is tragic. Oof. These are like the artifacts that like, I'm just like, oh no, RNG was bad. Like artifacts like this, I feel like shouldn't be allowed, because like this almost to me is like a +0 artifact. Literally, I don't understand why this is allowed, because I'm looking at this like I thought it was +0 for a second. I was like, is this +0? But then I was like, wait, no, it's because everything like rolled into a flat stat. Ooh yeah. I guess for this though, this isn't, and the ER is what's gonna stick out on this. And it's EM. Like, EM is hard to get, so that is good there. We got EM on the plume. 96 EM on the plume. It's actually everything rolled to EM. Oh, okay. Everything rolled to the plume. That is so interesting. Okay. And then, honestly, you have some nice EM subs on these. Some pretty high rolls for EM, all things considered. I know on the new set. That is an option. Yeah, if you have a good Deepwood, you could technically slap this on Ino and get her better subs. If that's an option. That could definitely work to kind of get you over that hump there. Until you can even farm better artifacts for it too. Because Ino plus Llama, good. If you're building Nefer, shouldn't all EM... Are you trying for some crit? Lunar Bloom crit, so I think you do want to have some crit in there as well. Ooh, Ino. I have not built my Ino, so I do want to see like an Ino built out. Using the event weapon, very cool. Ooh, C3 Ino. I heard like her breakpoints, it's either like if you have C1, C1's pretty good. And then I think like after that, like C6 is the, obviously that's like the pinnacle point of her. Yeah, she really only wants her burst. And honestly, even then, like, her burst is negotiable. Because, like, she's not really doing damage. So, 90% of her team's damage based on... Oh, wow. Jeez. Honestly, I feel this because some of my stuff is, like, C0. I do want to get, Yeah, I do want to get better arts for my Ino. I think my Ino is also level 70 as well. So yeah. No, yeah, this is definitely like a work in progress. C3 as well. I'm hoping I'm gonna go for C1 Flins probably over the weekend. And so I'm hoping I can get that as well. Lake Dew, can you add your UID again? I think last time it was showing that your characters weren't loaded. Maybe actually I might have it in... Hold a thought. I might have it in my saved things here, I think. 20 pulls in 3 copies? Dude, that is really lucky. Oh my goodness. I wish I had that kind of luck. Jeez. I wish my luck was like that. Ugh. Luffy, yeah, let's check out your Mavuika and looks like Mulani, I think. All right, Mavuika here. We got a lot of Mavuikas here. C0R1 Mavuika. Ooh, this is nice. Oh my goodness. This is really nice. You're like pretty much a 2k attack, 268 EM, 58 205 crit, I guess crit damage if anything, but like you're almost like 100% crit rate. That's like a perfect 1-to-2 ratio. Goodness gracious. Wow. This is honestly not bad. I guess the only thing, if like I had if I had to like say how you could improve, only thing would be higher crit damage at this point. So like that would probably be, that would be like the only thing looking at this I could see. That's the one thing I'd see. So higher crit damage on the plume for sure. Flower's looking pretty good, honestly. You got crit damage and some high attack percent rolls. Mine needs a work. Yo. I saw the he has a really good crit ratio. So his ratio is he's like almost 100% crit ratio. The crit damage though, I will say is probably a bit low on the lower side. But you do have the EM as well. EM being nice. And then the attack also being at 2Ks, it's also pretty nice. So I would say for you, main thing is going to be Luffy. I would say just more focus on getting like a better plume that has crit damage spread across it. Yeah, crit rate is like creeping up there because I think he gets like the 40% bump. So I think it puts him like 98.4. I don't know if there's any, yeah, like 98. So that's pretty much capping out there. So you could honestly even maybe like, if you miss an artifact piece without crit rate, like it may not be the end of the world. So like this plume, if you could like really look at getting some like crit damage, EM, maybe some attack percent, which you already have. The crit damage, yeah, is going to be a big thing. You have the EM. I mean, this is not a bad EM sans crit damage here. So Pyro Goblet, I would say you might want to try, if you have a better off piece. I guess it's hard to like really gauge that because this is also not bad either. You got some decent crit rate here, And nice attack percent here. But a better Pyro Goblet is going to be nice as well. But you have some decent EM on here as well. Ooh. Actually, that's hard to say. If this had crit damage, man, this would be so nice, but it does not. It does not. But I would still look for another Pyro Goblet that had like crit damage. Let me like crit damage EM. If it has crit rate, great. But if not, it's not the end of the world. But yeah, this is a solid build. Yeah, I think this is a solid build for sure. I would just say more crit damage and probably go back on the crit rate, and it should still be good. Yes, yeah, I should head to bed because we're approaching like an hour and a half here. Where are we at here? Where are we at? Lake deal. All right. Lake, we're going to try and check your account here. I think last time we tried to check it, it didn't come up because the characters didn't load in yet. Was that? Okay, yeah. Here we are. So characters are loaded here. And... I know build. All good, guys. All good. So we're looking at I know. So you were on the event weapon. Wait, we're looking at oh, sorry, I'm looking at the red thing. Sorry, Navia. Oh, yes, you had a question about Navia. Yes. Let's see here. So, And so you said, like, you were saying your Navia, you were struggling because your Navia was hitting about like 150. This is honestly a decent build. I could see where... I know last time. No, you're good. I could see where we want probably a bit more crit damage, but honestly, you want the crit rate because Navia's shot, like again, with Navia's shots, you want those to crit. So it's like, it's hard to say. It's hard to say like, oh man. I'm thinking here because you're on Serpent Spine. Serpent Spine is really good on her as well. I am Nighttime Whispers and Echoing. So what does this do? After 20% geo damage. So there's no other stats in here. Shooting crit at 85. That's the struggle I find with Navia. My crit rate like has to be extremely high because if you miss a shot on Navia, bro, it is like you lose so much damage. So that's why I don't think necessarily I wouldn't adjust the crit rate because Navia critting is literally like her critting is so important. I honestly don't even know. I don't even know how to tell you to like what you could quote unquote do better because this is really good. Like you literally have like a 1-to-2 ratio on your Navia. So I'm like, gosh, I don't really know. Like the only thing I could think of is, and I think because you have an R1 Serpent Spine, you could potentially think about using her weapon. If her weapon, I mean, this is kind of like a spend. I don't like to say spend to get better, because her weapon is also like 5% lower in crit rate, but I think that inherently could give some better boosting. Yeah, this is tough. This is a tough one, guys. Man. This is tough. Yeah. When you're running Navia, who are you playing with? Like, are you using like double pyro? Because I do find when I run Navia, I'll usually use like Navia, Bennett, Shangling, and like Zhongli for the shield, especially with Serpent Spine, because you don't want to lose stacks for getting hit. You need a shielder. So like for my Na'Vi, that's typically the team I run. Next rerun, I'll try for C2. What are her constellations? I don't even know what they actually really do. 3 energy, 9 energy can be gained this way. Okay, and then C2 will increase crit rate. Oh, so you get more crit rate. I see. So if you get more crit rate from her C2, if you get more crit rate from her C2, then I see. So you get 36% crit rate. Oh, so then if you were to drop the crit rate, this could make up for it then. I see, because you get 36. So you could get go more on the crit damage. So this is C2 could definitely be a very good help to that. It sounds like to get your crit damage higher, which should also help with higher damage being dealt. Oh, yeah, you are in a 5-piece. I didn't even realize that. Thank you for pointing that out. What artifact? If there was an artifact that we wanted to... Honestly? I don't even know what to say for an artifact to swap out. Your artifacts are, like... They're good. They're like pretty decent. Pretty good. The circlet. I guess if you have a circlet, yo, Bell, what is going on? No, you're good. You're good. It is late for me. It's about like 2 a.m. for me. I'm the one that needs to head to bed here shortly. Yeah, I guess if you have a circlet that can reach around this crit rate, Trailblazing Warriors, but I don't have anything that just lowers their ER attack. And oh yeah, yikes. So the 5-piece is literally your best set. Oh my goodness. Yeah, you're in an interesting spot. Short of like farming for artifacts and trying to like min-max like crazy. Yeah, I think this might be the set that you're in for a while. Those supports that you mentioned on team, they're good supports. Yeah, this is a weird case of like, it's hard. The constellation kind of locks you. That C2 gives you 36% crit rate. So when you get that, you can then up her crit damage. So that would definitely bolster your damage. If you get the weapon also, that will also help as well. So it's like, it's such a weird place. Man, this is a good Navia. This is a really good Navia. Thank you for sharing. And this is like the struggle with character building, guys. It's hard because like the Navia is not, it's in a really good place. It is in a good place here. Let's see. But yeah, no, thank you for sharing. Thank you. I am probably, guys, I'm gonna probably call it here because it is about an hour and a half, and it's about to 2 a.m. I have to get up at 5:30, so I have to get up in like 3.5. I have to get up in 3.5 hours. So I'm probably gonna go ahead and call it here. But let me know next time. I should be back on probably I'm gonna try to stream Thursday evening, which would be, I guess, today. I'm an EST, so I'm gonna try to stream tonight if I can. But yeah. anyways, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I appreciate it. It was fun. It's worth it to be up to hang out with you guys, because you guys are cool people, so I appreciate it. But I will catch you guys in the next stream, hopefully Thursday. If not Thursday, we'll be on Friday. Friday's typically the days I'm on. But thank you guys so much. I will catch you guys in the next stream. Hope everybody has a great night, a great sleep, and a great day. Peace